In this video, we will work on overall color adjustment. For sure, there are many ways to do that. Some people using plugins like Magic Bullet, but I personally prefer to do that process manually. First useful adjustment for overall color is using from adjustment section and photo filter. Photo filter add overall tone or mood of your image. We have here based on filter or color, density, and preserve luminosity. However, preserve luminosity protect your overall color tone. As you see, if I disable it, overall tone is too harsh, so I enable that. But the correct blend mode for this adjustment layer is color mode. So select color in blending mode for this layer. Now you could check different types of filter. I could enable and use arrow key up and down to set my overall mood. For example, sepia works here fine. You could decrease or increase your density value. And now if you disable preserve luminosity, nothing happened because our blending mode set on correct mode. I set something like 50%. This is before and after. Even if you need more value for this adjustment, you could simply press Ctrl or Command J to duplicate it. And note that we have mask here. For example, in this mode, I select color and set on high saturated blue color. While my mask is selected, I'm going to filter, render, cloud, just as a sample. And as you see now, we have some kind of noisy blending between warm and dark color. We know we could use something like Gaussian blur to blend more. And of course, decrease the opacity and get some oldish color style. I remove second adjustment. I think this is fine with lower density, something about half. Also, we could use curve or color balance. I hide my adjustment layer. Also, we could add color balance. We have three types of tone: shadows for darker values, midtone, middle light intensity, and highlights. Usually for exterior render shots, for shadows we make it colder, so I make more blue value and a bit cyan. For midtone, add more greenish because we have vegetation here, not too much. A bit dark or warm, depend on your overall light mood. And for highlights, we usually use warm values. You could here for magenta or green decide because we have a lot of vegetations here. So I add greenish color. So this is before and after. Of course, you could decrease the opacity value, use mask, or even using blend mode, something like color or saturation. I think color here works fine. Another technique to add overall color to match your whole image is adding a solid color, something like dark blue or dark yellow or orangish color. I add blue just to show you how it's working, and set your blending mode to something like multiply, or better set on overlay. Decrease opacity value, and as you see now we have colder version. Double click or set warmer. One simple trick here is press Shift Ctrl Alt and E or Shift Command Option and E on Mac to create copy merge from all below layers. Now press Ctrl or Command M. Make your image much lighter, something like that. And go to the filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and make it blurry. Okay. And set on blending mode, something like overlay or soft light. Start decreasing the opacity. And as you see now, we improved our light and contrast a bit, also improved our overall color. In the next video, we will work on detail enhancement and vignette effect.